The Liver Queen wants to fight UFC commentator Joe Rogan and thinks he can have a shot against a black belt in BJJ. All about it in this video. Hello and welcome to Bloodsport MMA.
Salam alaikum to everyone.
I want to focus more on the black belt topic and less on the Joe Rogan. You probably have heard it before. The Liver King, who had that whole Netflix documentary about him, right? He had a lot of hype before the whole steroid accusation came out, or the proof that he took steroids. He claimed he never took steroids, always, even though it was obvious he did, which wouldn't have even hurt his brand if he would have just said it from the beginning, but he always denied it.
I don't touch this stuff, not gonna touch this stuff, never touch this stuff.
Then proof came out that he spends $10K a month on steroids. Then he did the apology video. Then a Netflix documentary came out trying to save his career a little bit, trying to show the person behind the whole character in a way. I thought it was an interesting documentary. I still did not agree with most of his takes or his life philosophy, but everyone can live however they want, right? And yeah, it was interesting to watch. And then he completely changed. He did like ayahuasca or something to rediscover himself. You can also see that in the documentary. And then since the new year, he hasn't trained, which is completely stupid. He stopped working out for whatever reason. Doesn't work out anymore. Doesn't eat carnivore anymore. He now eats mostly vegetables and stuff like that from the garden. He still eats a lot of meat, but cooked meat, not raw meat anymore, which is definitely a progress. And yeah, his diet is definitely much better now. But then out of nowhere, I never followed him on Instagram, so I didn't know, he had a crazy crash out. And then I heard on the news or on Instagram that he got arrested, so I started looking into it. Then I started watching his first crash out video, which is like 1.5 weeks ago or something. And boy, I got hooked. I mean, call me an asshole for it, but I thought it was very entertaining. He had a full-on midlife crisis crash out on drugs. It was insane. People thought he maybe killed his family or something because he was always walking around in the house. No one was there. He was talking weird little things that didn't make sense. He always repeated himself and talked some really weird stuff. And it was hell entertaining because the videos kept coming, and I was literally hooked. I started following him and I was watching every single video. I was like, damn, this stuff is actually entertaining in a negative way. Obviously, I hope he's doing well. Man's mental health is definitely a big thing, but at the end of the day, I enjoyed it. I thought it was interesting to watch. And he then got arrested because he made that whole beef with Joe Rogan. That was the whole topic as well of this whole crash out. He thinks Joe Rogan is responsible that his family now gets negative press, or that he's now hated everywhere, and because of that his family is hated, and he says it's about family and he wants to kind of reclaim or kind of get the pride of his family back or whatever by fighting Joe Rogan. He actually just wanted to go on the podcast. The backstory is Joe Rogan never wanted him on his podcast. Liver King tried everything. Rogan talked about this several times, tried everything to get on the podcast. All the people that Liver King knew, that Rogan knew as well, he asked everyone to ask Rogan to get on the pod. Rogan stood his ground, never wanted him on the pod because he thought he was a scam, right? Which he actually was. And Liver King still is not over the fact that he never got on the podcast. And he still wants to get on the podcast to talk about documentary, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And kind of get back his hype or whatever.
Brain damage.
And Rogan never wants him, so he said he wants to fight him. The only way Rogan can get out of this is by just inviting him on the podcast, and by that, then he doesn't fight him, right? He doesn't need to fight him if he invites him on the podcast, and after the fight he wants to meet Rogan's family and whatever, but then in other videos he threatened to kill him with knives and weapons that he showed and whatever, and he then drove to Austin, Texas, which is where Rogan lives, and threatened to go after him, blah, 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 this and that, and some weird videos. And then he got arrested in front of his family, and yeah, a whole big thing, and they took all his weapons away. He had a restraining order. He had to stay away 600 yards from Joe Rogan. He couldn't mention his name anymore, blah, blah, this and that. Huge story, check it out, very entertaining in my opinion.
Are you not entertained?
But I tried to make a little bit more martial arts based on in this video because I'm a martial arts channel, but Joe Rogan is a martial artist who is the face of the UFC in some kind of way, or one of the faces of the UFC. And yeah, first of all, the question, obviously Joe Rogan would beat the crap out of Liver King. Joe Rogan is not a big guy, not a tall guy, but he's still taller than Liver King. And even though he's much older, he's a phenomenal kickboxer, has a Taekwondo background, has fought before in Taekwondo and all of that. Like, he has fighting experience, he has a BJJ black belt, like he could knock him out, tap him out, whatever. Even though, of course, the Liver King is a steroid maniac who probably just launches at you, but the icy red thing just doesn't work. But he does not realize that it doesn't work, because the Liver King came out with a video. Let's react to it in real time. He posted that on his Instagram, and let's watch it, what he says here.
It's like that, when I'm like that, and so that's why I actually don't want to taste like a purple belt or a blue belt, or like I really want to go up against just a legitimate black belt that probably weighs, because I actually weigh 177, 174 after the jail deal. I really believe that I would have a shot, a good shot, because that.
Okay, so he doesn't want to go up against a purple, or I just saw a spider in my room, I don't like that, a purple or a blue belt. He wants directly a shot at the black belt because he really believes he has a shot. Let me tell you, I'm a blue belt.
Blue belt, one with a blue belt.
I probably weigh a little bit less than Liver King, even though he's much shorter than me.
I didn't see this short guy, bring him here.
I'll take you all day, bro. I'll accept the challenge all day, and I would love to show you. I'm not a blue belt since a long time. It's not like I'm a 5-year-long blue belt. I would love to show you what a blue belt could do to you, because a purple belt would play with you like a kid. Blue belt would most definitely beat you. Sometimes you can make up some things with strength and all of that and just being a maniac. But in a pure jiu-jitsu match, I would love to take him in a full MMA fight. That would be even better for me. But he doesn't want that. He only wants jiu-jitsu. He said he doesn't want to get punched in the face, whatever. I would love to show you what a blue belt can do, because a black belt, bro, a black belt would ask you which submission you want to be finished with beforehand. Like, you wouldn't have any type of, against me, you might have some kind of a puncher's chance, but I don't know, you do something crazy somehow, I can't see it, but somehow, whatever. A black belt, not even in a million years, but let's continue.
This is how I move.
I believe too.
The way he moves.
Well, you've seen it. But has anyone seen a match start like that?
Yes?
Yeah. Okay, and then they legitimately... John Jones does it. And it's legit?
A lot of little casuals around him. I love those people that watch 3 UFC fights. Oh, John Jones does it. John Jones fights like that. John Jones starts like that, and it's an MMA fight. It's not the same as a BJJ match. He starts on his hands and knees and then gets up and stands. He doesn't come at you on his hands and knees and stays there. You'll get kneed in the face.
Oh, no, but he starts like that. I'm not saying like, okay, we're cool, we start like that. I'm saying like, this is how we fucking move the whole fucking time. Like the whole fucking...
What are you going to do about my knees?
You know, it's actually
I worry about a kick.
Or you can just fucking...
my knees.
When you end up moving...
My knee's going to say,
and
sorry.
I'm wearing an 80-pound vest right now. I'll release myself of that. So John Jones, y'all, you seen it?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, where he starts every UFC fight off like that, and he comes to his opponent.
It's an intimidation factor.
Okay, so somebody please just say what I said.
That you start the fight like that.
The whole fight is on the ground. Yeah. Okay, has anybody ever seen a fight start like that? And then that's not just like their fake starting, I'm going to attack you position. That's their default. They don't go on 2 legs. Why would you go on 2 legs? Unless someone picks you up on 2 legs. I mean, it's jiu-jitsu. But why aren't we kind of lower to the ground to begin with, if it's a sport? But then if you do it like for real, it doesn't make sense either to like be on 2 feet.
I do have my worries about you being in that position too long, though. I think your back is too exposed.
In what situation? Well, so I'm in that position. In what situation?
So you're there.
Yeah, let's just pretend.
Please record.
Ay. I can make this pretty quick. I'm worried about this freaking spider that comes at me. Spider-Man. Liver King and Spider-Man. Anyways, yeah. the position that he starts in that is so innovative. Like, bro, there is a reason why no one in Jiu-Jitsu would ever start like that. You either start standing where you wrestle, or you pull guard, which is when you lay down and welcome the other person you guard if you're a guard player. The way he starts, I would jump on your neck in 1 second, get you in a front headlock, and from there on, I can proceed to do all the front headlock chokes. I can go for a darts, I can go for an anaconda, I can go for a guillotine, for whatever choke you like, you can choose. I can take you back, like the other guy said, whatever I want. Like, this is a gift. If you start like that, you gift the 1% or 0.5% chance you would have ever had against a black belt is gone. Like, if you start like that, what do you think? You're just gonna walk around like that and the other person will be like, oh my God, what is he doing, caveman? I don't know. He would just jump on your neck and submit you however he wants. Like, what do you think? That you just developed something new, you came up with something new that no one has ever done before? Like, you think that's like, there's no reason why no one does this in a pure jiu-jitsu match? Like, what is going on in your head, bro? Like, I love when people like that get humble, because so many people, those icy rap people, they don't know how they are until they grapple once. Until you've never experienced it, you don't know how helpless you are. And what he does is the worst thing he could do. You rather pull guard and lay on your back than doing this. So yeah, I mean, to sum it up, he has no clue what he's talking about. Joe Rogan would mess him up however he wants. Every normal BJJ practitioner would mess him up however they want. Put him against Mikey Musumeci, who was like 145 pounds, and he would literally break all his limbs apart in 10 seconds. So Liver King, Liver Queen is absolutely out of his mind. I really hope he gets better. I really hope he comes to normal senses again, and yeah, just starts to be Brian Johnson again, which I think is his name. So yeah, this is my take on this whole Liver King topic. What is your opinion about it? Write in the comments, you guys. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, would appreciate that. Check out my Twitch streams, link is in the bio. Check it out, you guys. Stay bloody, and I'll till the next one. Bye-bye. Bloodsport out. Gonna kill that spider now.